I'm Charlie Ruskus, and I've been with Abby, my wife, for 7 years.
We found out we were pregnant May 2018.
Kind of overwhelmed and excited and all them emotions at once.
Super excited, yeah. We got induced a week after she was due. Everything went smoothly. I got my epidural the next morning and I really don't even remember any pain. It's just done, she was there and she was perfect.
Of course I cried, because you didn't know you could love someone that much.
Scheduled her newborn photos right away and we were just clicking away, and she asked us to go take a family picture in the bedroom, so the normal bedroom picture where everybody's sitting on the bed. So I stood up and noticed something on the bed, and Charlie was in the doorway, and I asked him to grab a towel out of the bathroom, and by the time he got back, my pants were covered in blood and it was all over the floor.
I just called 911 right away.
We were just coming into Delano when Abby's call came out, and my partner and I both looked at each other and was like, this is real. Like, we need to be going to that call.
They were going to another call, and it was someone that had back pain.
I mean, yes, back pain can be bad, but a severe bleed like that can be fatal.
So Jason was very adamant with dispatch that we needed to go to that call.
The paramedics arrived, which was quick. I mean, the whole time was like 10 minutes.
Abby lost a lot of blood right away. There were bath towels that were soaked.
Just the look she gave me, you know, when you work with a partner with experience and like we have together, it was like, all right, it's what we thought it was. She's really sick. Let's get going.
Amy was in the back with me, and she had me hooked up to some machines, and I asked her if I was going to die.
As a provider, whenever anyone asks you if they're gonna die, it heightens it when you already know they're really sick, because a lot of times they know better than we do. And I just kept talking to her and reassuring her and calming her down.
The paramedic called me and she said, you know, 1 week postpartum, I've soaked through 2 large trauma pads already. So I'm really worried about her. And I said, okay, get her here as fast as you can. So got off the phone with the paramedic and I immediately said, all right, get Moling on the line for me.
I got to the emergency room just about the time that Abby had gotten there too. And our emergency department, as always, was so ready. And because of the technology that was there, I was able to ultrasound right away. And I could see that there looked like some remnants of the placenta. And this would be a very common reason for there to be bleeding postpartum. We removed it very easily, but yet then there was still heavy bleeding was still going on.
And our initial blood pressure was 60 systolic, which is terrifying to see.
They tried various different ways, like stitching where it was bleeding and it would just open up again and gush. And then he'd try it again and it would gush.
We were now really running out of options rapidly. And the 2 options left at this point in time, one would be hysterectomy, which would mean that Abby wouldn't be able to have more children of her own. And the other would be a procedure that would require an interventional radiologist, and this is something that we didn't have available in Waconia. I walked into the waiting room and it is dark now, but through the street lights outside I could see the snow was just blowing, and I knew there'd be no way that we'd be able to fly her. And they listened to everything that I had to tell them about what had been happening, and they looked at me and they said, Abby's got Dorothy. Nothing can happen to her. You do the hysterectomy.
So when he came back out after saying everything went great.
I didn't wake up again till 10:30-ish the next morning.
But I had never met Abby before and we had never spoken before. And I walked into the room and she turned to me and her voice was raspy and she could barely talk because she had just been intubated. And the first words that we ever shared was she said, "Thank you for saving my life."
I owe him everything. He's the reason I get to be a mom and a wife.
It makes you feel really good, and just knowing they're happy.
I told Abby she and I will always be linked. Her life is precious to me and her little baby Dorothy is precious to me, and we're linked in that way.
I owe my life to everybody at Ridgeview. beyond thankful.